LCL has been around since 1978. It was started by a group of lawyers shortly after the ABA had done a study that revealed that there were high rates of alcohol use amongst attorneys, even though attorneys were having these problems and difficulties, that it shouldn't be career ending and it shouldn't be defining of them as lawyers.
So we have the clinical, mental health, and well-being services, and then we also have practice management services. So in addition to kind of helping with all of those kind of mental and well-being struggles that do affect lawyers more than the general population. Depression, anxiety, vicarious trauma, especially for certain practice areas. Even ADHD is more common among lawyers.
I think it's really understanding what a life of a lawyer is like. Other lawyers will sometimes say, I tried to go to therapy, or I tried to counseling in the past, and the person was great, but they didn't understand the stressors, the unique stressors that it is like to be a law student or to be a lawyer. And at LCL, we really get it.
What's very rewarding is we see a lot of people, especially young people, but lawyers of all ages and law students, who have never talked to a therapist before. They have no idea what to expect. And then they find out, oh, it's really helpful to sort things out, to be listened to and understood, to talk about things I can't talk to my family or friends about.
I talk to them about their work, their life, their interests, sort of like where their pain points are, where their stressors are, and I try to make helpful recommendations for what they can do, what they have control over.
We have really a very good footprint in terms of the early life of a lawyer. So we're able to have a lot of interaction with law schools and see people very early in their career, folks who mid-range in their career, folks who sometimes get in trouble in terms of their career and get suspended or disbarred and work toward reinstatement again, as well as folks that are in retirement. So there's not really that many programs that can attend to a person's entire professional life like we can do.
We understand the humanity that impacts the legal community or individuals in the legal community. The legal community has the reputation for being static, for being traditional, and in some ways not very diverse. Those things are changing, growing, and improving, and LCL wants to also be a leader in those areas.
Reach out. You don't have to be in dire straits to come to LCL. I feel like that's often a misperception in the legal community. If you have fallen into a hole and you need help digging yourself out with better practices, we can help with that. But we can also help with prevention.
We're continuing to really get the word out that coming in, meeting with a clinician isn't scary, isn't difficult, and to normalize that everyone needs help at key times in their life.
The pressure on people in the legal profession can sometimes lead to an inertia, and they don't know what to do or how to act. And I think 100% of the time, like, that is what we're great with. Like, we'll figure out the problem, we'll figure out the parts, and we'll figure out next steps.
But we're also mindful of other issues that are not within the realm of our practice management department. For example, if there are clinical issues, we're very mindful of that, and we're able to tap into our resources on the clinical side and collaborate with the clinical side and help the attorney in a more comprehensive way.
The staff that we have here are incredibly good at what they do. I listen to them in meetings and I am so impressed. I've watched presentations, I've organized the presentations, and they're knowledgeable, and I think they really provide strategies.
When I first came to LCL, people were like, ooh, you're gonna work with lawyers, that's gonna be so hard. No, really, actually not so much. It's been really interesting, it's been exciting in a variety of different ways. And it's been nice to be able to feel like you can actually make an impact on people's lives and how they manage and how they function and how productive they can be.
One success story comes to mind. I recently had a law student reach out and say that I'd seen them during their 1L and 2L years periodically, and wrote and said that they were graduating, and then they felt the support that they received ongoing over the course of their law student career really made a huge difference.
LCL is a place where anyone can come, anyone in the legal community can come and receive help for whatever the issues might be that are impeding their ability to thrive.
However it's manifesting, whatever its source is, we'll figure it out and we will have solutions and resources and next steps to take. And that's for anyone in any position in the legal profession, any struggle, any nature, we'd figure it out.